Hi everyone, my name's Jesse Dowell. I'm going to talk with you a little bit about my independent exploration assignment for this course. I'm kind of in a different spot than some of you, maybe, I could be mistaken, but I've taken some online teaching courses before, so some of the things we've done thus far in this class I have some experience with, so I may end up doing something a little bit different than what some of you do. So I just decided for this video, because I'm still a little bit up in the air, that I would just kind of take maybe a minute or two and show you a soft chalk lesson that I've created before. And so I probably will end up doing something like this, but it might be a different program or whatever. But I thought I would just at least show you something that I've done, and I might do something again that's similar to this, but just in a different program. So this was a soft chalk lesson I made, I think it was last summer. So I teach psychology, so I was looking for a lesson that I could create that, for a topic that students struggle with, so if they wanted to go back into the material and look at it more. And I really do like soft chalk, that it's very interactive. There's things you can embed that can really help students, give them formative assessments and those kind of things. The one drawback was, at least for me this first time, it took me a pretty significant amount of time to create the lesson to the quality that I wanted for it, that I would want to put it in front of students and have them use it and feel confident about it. But maybe some of you will pick it up faster than I did. But you can have this, so here on the left you can show the pages or not, but I'll just kind of walk you through. You got the headings, you got the text on the left. It's good to always have a picture and have the picture relate to what you're talking about. But I did mine on operant conditioning, which is talking about things like positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement, behavior modification, those kind of things. So, I have a picture here. I have a link to an embedded video. You could put in a table comparing two different concepts. One thing that I found was challenging was you have to play around with the location, and you have to get it just right so it looks the way that you want. Just moving things a line or two one way to the other can really change the way that something looks. So that takes a little bit of getting used to. I really like this here. I'm not exactly sure what you call it, but this little box here is like a formative quiz, and so if you click on that, you have different scenarios. Is this classical conditioning or operant conditioning? So it's a nice little drag and drop. So you click one, and then is it classical, is it operant? And it gives them feedback, and it makes a cool sound too, so that's always good. So again, that was a nice little thing that I did. Again, I like putting in the images. That always adds to it. And again, this one's about 12 pages or so, and it took me, I did this over the summer, and it took me, I don't have the exact number of hours, but it took me several hours to get it done. And I don't want to bore you with all the details here, but I wanted to show you some of the things that I did with it that might be beneficial. And then here's, again, another formative. So some text slides, and then, again, which type of operant conditioning is taking place here. Let's get one wrong just to see what it does. Oh yeah, it makes a little silly noise there. So it gives them immediate feedback, and that's always cool. And I think there's a setting where it can have it send the instructor how the students did on these lessons, and that might be a little bit above my expertise level, but I think that is a possibility. And then I think I ended it with, I could be mistaken, but I thought I had it where they would actually write up an answer. We'll just put that there. They can finish it. And then it says saved for submission. I'll have to go and see if that was able to be sent to me, or if I'd have to go back and look at it. But bottom line, it's a really cool program, soft chalk. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you can really make some high quality lessons that, they look really professional, and it, it's really impressive for the students to see what you've created. So again, this is something I did in a prior class. I'll probably create something like this again, but I'm not quite sure. But I just thought, just to show you what was out there and what could be done by somebody who is not, I'm not a brilliant technological guru or anything. I was just a student in a class, and I made one of these over the course of several hours. I mean, that's the one thing is, if you're going to make a bunch of these, it's probably not something you can do during the school year unless you have some release time to do it. But if you make a plan of making a few of these over a summer, and maybe if you have colleagues that make some and you can kind of share those out, that could be useful. So really cool program, and I look forward to seeing what some of you guys come up with and some of the lessons you make, and having a chance to comment on those and interact with you. So good luck, and thank you.